Guys, today we're going to talk about 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. A film by Martin McDonough. Now, excuse me if I say anybody's name wrong during this, but I am dyslexic. That's why I have this here. So sometimes I say names wrong. So I know. Yeah. He directed In Bruges and 7 Psychopaths, which are 2 films I definitely recommend. But don't watch them if you're offended by bad language, because they are full of them. It's kind of strange Colin Farrell isn't in this, because Colin Farrell's in the other 2. But Sam Rockwell is in it, and I think Sam Rockwell in this is brilliant. But we'll go into that anyway. Yeah, so the plot. A mother is grieving over the murder and rape of her daughter. So she hires 3 billboards, and she has put on them, raped while dying, and still no arrests. How come Chief Willoughby... I say that wrong, don't I? How come Chief Willoughby? Question mark. And this upsets the town folks, upsets the police, it upsets a lot of people, and she don't care. It's an interesting idea, it's an interesting concept. Because what would it be like to lose... It must be terrible to lose a child in any way, shape or form. To lose a child like that is even worse. But to have no resolution of it must be, mind-bending. And she's a very strong woman in this film. She is not your damsel in distress kind of lady. She has some lines like a trooper. She is, you know, a strong woman. But there are moments in this where you really see her break down, and not too many, but it's not breaking down as in tears, but it's just little moments, and that's why I think she did a great performance. She portrays this strong woman with that in her, you know, that struggle. The other actors in it, let's have a look. My other one would be Sam Rockwell. I think he's brilliant. He moves the character from being such a jackass to being actually a character that still is a jackass, but you got to like him by the end of it. His character is supposed to be a racist, and he's supposedly beaten up some black guy and, you know, a suspect, and yeah, you really hate him at the beginning, but that's what's great about this film. There is transformations in it. There is for the 2 hours or whatever it is, there is a real journey with the characters. Woody Harrelson also in there doing a great performance. I think there's some actors like Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, Colin Farrell, who I mentioned earlier, who don't get the credit for being the actors that they are. And are only ever really noticed when they do films that maybe are more mainstream. I mean, I admit I love my mainstream films. I love films where they blow things up. But this is very different. They do blow things up in this, actually. There is one other performance in this which I think is breathtaking, which is Peter Dinklage as James, and he goes on a journey as well. It's one of those films that everybody starts as this and ends as that, and that's a great thing in a film where you feel like a character's had a journey. It brings up some great questions. What's right and what's wrong, and yeah, I recommend this. I admit it wasn't a film that maybe I would buy and sit on my shelf in my Blu-ray collection, but I felt I needed to see it. I saw the trailers. I saw it was up for Oscars, and I admit 90% of the films that win Oscars I will probably never watch, because they're not films that interest me. But this was definitely well worth a watch. Yeah. So what would I score it? A+ to F-. I would give this... I'll give this an A. I admit that the ending, it's got what I call a sort of 70s ending. A lot of films in the 70s kind of just end, and you go, oh, okay. And it does have that feel. This does have a feel of a 70s film, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but it feels like a 70s film. And the ending is left sort of open. It's just da-da, the end. And yeah, it didn't bother me, but yeah. So yeah, definitely go see this. Definitely well worth a watch. But be warned, a lot of bad language in it. There is violence in it, but there is bad language and violence for bad language and violence sake. Then there's this where it's part of the plot. You feel like these are real people and they swear like real people. They don't just F and blind for the sake of it. They swear like real people, which is always a good thing. Well, not a good thing, but you know what I mean. Yeah, definitely give it a watch. So, if you've enjoyed this, and I please hope you have, please leave some likes at the bottom. The more likes, the merrier. Please leave some comments. Please leave some subscriptions, would be brilliant. I don't know what it is, but I keep getting a lot of thumbs down lately, and it's great. I like it. So leave them as well. Yeah, we really need subscribers. So if you've subscribed already, get on to your friends, get on to your grandparents, get on to the dog, get on to everybody. Get them to subscribe. So thank you very much for listening. I'm so glad you've got this far through it. Have a great day, a great night, and I'll see you all soon.